Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I kind of just wanted to go over what is in my hospital bag, this time for baby number 5. I feel like because I've done this a few times that I've finally figured out what I actually need and use and what I don't. I know a lot of people do like a baby bag and like a mama bag. I prefer to just take one duffel bag and just put all of our stuff in it. I keep my diaper bag at home. I honestly don't plan on being at the hospital for very long. Obviously, labor can go anyway. You never know. I think I'll be good. Usually the hospital keeps me for like 24 hours. And it also depends on like when you deliver. So for example, my son Cooper, I delivered him at 2:47 in the morning, and 24 hours after that was 2:47 in the morning the next day, and they're not going to discharge you in the middle of the night. So I ended up staying a little bit longer with him, whereas my daughter, I had her at like 12:10 or something in the afternoon. And so it was a really quick turnaround and I was able to go home like the next afternoon. I also want to add that these are obviously my preferences and you might want more or less, and that's totally fine. I tend to keep with the whole minimalist thing because a lot of things overwhelm me. So this is what I prefer. If you want to bring a bunch of stuff, that's totally fine. That's your choice. And you should feel safe and comfortable wherever it is that you birth. So don't let people tell you like, oh, don't bring this, don't bring that. I might say that it's unnecessary because I don't think I need it. But like, if you want to bring a cozy blanket and pillow, then you do you, mama. Like whatever makes you feel comfortable, because hospitals honestly are not the most comfortable place in the world. And I hate being in hospitals. So whatever makes you feel comfortable, whatever brings a little bit of the comforts of home for you, I say go for it and I say do it. These are just my essentials and what makes me feel semi-human after pushing a human being out of me. Anyways, let's get into it. Times and places are all in who you share them with. Let's start with the bag. This is the bag that I'm bringing. It is by Vera Bradley. I have no idea what it's called. I can search for it and try and find it for y'all. I actually found this at the PX on sale. I think they normally retail for like $100. It's really big and well made. I actually really like Vera Bradley. I used their bags for the twins hospital bag. And I actually don't even remember. I might have used it for Cooper too. So this is the bag. It has it's just like an open thing. Like there's not a whole lot of compartments. There are a few, I guess I should empty this first and then show y'all. That would probably be a lot easier. Now that it's empty, it's a lot easier to show. So this is like a front pocket. It's pretty deep. It has side pockets on each side and these little like tightening ties, so you can kind of make sure that like nothing falls out, because these are pretty wide pockets. And then on the inside, like I said, it's just like an open pouch. And then they have a few of these like little mesh pockets on one side. There's a big middle one and then two smaller ones on each side. But I love that this is big enough to hold my stuff and baby's things. And I love the shape of it too. All right, let's get into the fun stuff. So I'm gonna start with baby boys things because I think it's a lot easier to pack for the babies than it is for myself for some reason. I don't know why. Also, it's more fun and Their stuff is so cute. I am using these packing cubes. I love these. These came from Target. On this last move, we bought a bunch of these for everybody. And so I'm just repurposing them. Kind of worked out too because they're color coded. So this blue one is gonna be for his stuff. And then this lavender color is gonna be for Mama's stuff. In this first packing cube for him, I have 2 swaddles. This is the, I wanna say Mushy brand. It's organic muslin. I can't find the tag. Oh yeah, it's Mushy. Mushy? Mushy? I don't know. But it is organic cotton, which I love. I'm a stickler for trying to find the best materials for my babies and kids. So this is organic. I think it's super cute, has little leaves on it. And then I also am bringing this swaddle blanket, which is from Solely Baby. I love that brand. It's super soft and really thin. So I'm bringing 2 different swaddles. I'm also bringing 3 different onesies because I can't decide on what he's gonna come home in. But I am bringing a beanie that goes with all 3 of these outfits. So regardless of which one I decide is gonna be his coming home outfit, it all matches. These are all from Carter's. Actually these 2 are their little Planet line, which I did a video previously on their organic cotton line. This is that brand. This is also Carter's, but it's their Purely Soft line. I don't know. It's like a bamboo viscose or something like that. It's super soft and really stretchy. So I figured depending on what size he is, these will fit him no matter what. But these are so cute. Have the little leaves on it. And then I just brought like a neutral one. This is also Purely Soft. And I figured depending on the mood I'm in, I guess. I don't know.
And the weeks and the weekends are keeping close.
All right, next bag for him is this bag, which is like a little pouch that matches the hospital bag. In this bag, I'm putting all of his extras. I don't even know what else to call it. But I prefer to bring my own diapers and wipes. You do not need to do that. The hospitals will have them. But again, being picky like I am and knowing what I like, I am bringing my own. I just prefer to, but you absolutely don't need to. I have in this one wipes. This is the Eco by Natty brand. They're fragrance-free, like no harmful chemicals in them. And then I am also bringing diapers. These are the Coterie brand diapers. I have actually never used these before. We've tried so many different ones. We've done Pampers Pure, we've done Huggies, we've done Million Moon, we've done Honest brand. We even had a very short stint of cloth diapering with the twins, and y'all, it is not my thing. More power to you if that's what you choose. I think that's awesome. It was not for me. So I try to find the most non-toxic options for diapers that I can. And I'm just bringing 10. I don't have a reason for 10, honestly, other than the fact that it just sounded like a good round number. So I'm bringing 10 of those in the newborn size. And then I'm also bringing Diaper Balm. This is the Earth Mama brand. And, you know, just in case their bum or I still say things like that because of the twins. And they're 9, okay? I don't know why I do that. Every pregnancy or even just normally I'll say they, and I'm like, there's just one. There's just one baby in here. Moving on. I'm also bringing this Haka nose sucker. What's the word for this? I'm having a moment. Anyways, I'm bringing this. They have these at the hospital. You don't absolutely need to bring this. But I like to just have it just in case. So yeah, I'm bringing this one. Another thing that you probably don't need is baby nail clippers. I'm just bringing these because why not? They're so small. It doesn't take up hardly any space. And if they don't have them and he comes out with claws, I can easily just clip them. I am also bringing a nipple shield. Y'all, I loved this thing with my boys. They struggled at first with their latch, and this helped so much. So I'm bringing one just in case. I'm hoping I don't have to use it because honestly I prefer not to, but it's just kind of in there in case I need it. I also am bringing this natural rubber binky. I don't love binkies, and none of my kids were really ever attached to one, but I'm bringing it just in case. I really try not to introduce bottles or binkies until we have a really well-established breastfeeding schedule. But, you know, just in case, why not? This is the Nature Sutton brand. It says made in Italy, but I like it because it's like just natural rubber, and it's the orthodontic approved, you know, one. So that's in there. And the last thing in here, I have some vitamin A drops. We are choosing to do the oral vitamin A drops versus the shot. So I'm bringing this with me. But that's it for his stuff. Honestly, y'all, you really don't need that much. And like half of this stuff, you don't need to bring at all. It's just things that I like to bring for them because the hospital has everything. If you have 2 boobs and some arms, that's really all baby needs. Okay, moving on to mama's labor stuff. So for labor, and I guess postpartum too, because I'm always hungry after I deliver, I have a bag of snacks. I know a lot of hospitals don't like moms eating while they're in labor. Personally, I've never listened to that. I'm not talking like 5-course meals or like anything super heavy, but I like to have some light snacks or things that are just easy to digest, but also will give you energy. And again, some of these things are gonna be like more postpartum, like I'm not gonna eat that in labor. But I just like to have them, and also too for my husband, because you know we might be there for a minute, who knows, and if you deliver in the middle of the night and everything is closed as far as food goes, it's nice to have some snacks on hand. So these are the organic Stinger like mini waffles. My kids and I love these things. I love that these are like the mini size too, so they're really easy to just like pop in your mouth. I also got these Noka smoothie packs. They have iron and all kinds of vitamins and protein, and I love that they're organic and in a squeezy pouch. I am also bringing these solely organic like fruit gummies. It's literally just orange and mango. And then there's these little protein puffs. I've actually never tried these before, but I'm bringing them. They are made with organic coconut oil, which I think is awesome because that's really hard to find. So I will try those possibly. I'm also bringing these little coconut bites. I think it's literally just coconut and cashew, I think, pretty much, and dates. Yeah, it's really simple. So I figured good source of energy there. And then this will be for postpartum because I can't imagine wanting to actually eat this while in labor. But these are like little sticks, protein sticks made with grass-fed beef. And this is another brand I love is Epic. And this is their bison bar. Some little extras that I have in here are my colostrum, this is the unflavored version. So I will be bringing this. It's so easy to just like dump in the water because this is unflavored, or juice, or literally anything. And then I'm also bringing electrolytes. So I love this brand, but I also just ordered another one from a different company, and I'm probably gonna put those in here instead of these when I get them, because I just want to try something different. But if they don't come in time, then I'll be using these, which again, I love this brand too. There's nothing wrong with it. And they have a ton of different flavors. But these electrolytes will come in handy when I'm in labor. So I'm gonna make sure that I have these. And then the last thing is this Simply gum, this peppermint chewing gum, because when you're in labor, sometimes it's just nice to like chew on something. And also I get nauseous and tend to throw up in every single one of my labors. It's just some reason, I don't know why, it's just how my body reacts to all the hormones and everything. So peppermint really helps with like nausea. And so I will have this on deck just in case.
Joy is who you share it with.
Kind of in the food snack category is this Stanley. They give you, I mean, if you've ever given birth, you know, like those hospital jugs. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, y'all, this heartburn, it is killing me. It's killing me. They give you water jugs at the hospital, which are great, but I like to have my own. I try not to drink like ice water postpartum. It's better for you to drink like room temperature water, but like sometimes that ice water just, it hits different. So this will also keep, if you do choose or prefer ice water, this will keep it cold a lot longer. And I love that it like closes off the straw. So like, I don't know, germs, hospitals, and it has a handle. Okay, moving on. The next bag is Toiletries. This is probably the one that I am like most excited for, aside from like, I guess having my little bit of tools to help. But this has all of my comfort stuff that makes me feel human once I've given birth. This is obviously not a necessity for a lot of people, but I really like to bring just minimal makeup. Like, this is literally it, y'all. And pro tip, if you do plan on bringing makeup, get the sample travel sizes that they have on their websites. This is Ilia, and this is their Limitless mascara, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Limitless Lash Mascara. But this is like the perfect size to take with you to the hospital. I don't even know if I'm gonna use makeup postpartum, because I've used makeup before and I've been completely barefaced before. So it just kind of depends on how I'm feeling, but sometimes it's really nice to just freshen up and feel a little bit more human after, you know, going through all of that. So I have a little baby mascara, and then this is also Ilia. It's so old though that it's like, it's wearing off. But this is their, what is this called? Multi-stick. Okay. And this is in the color Ladybird. I use it as blush. I'm pretty sure you can use it on your eyelids or as like a lip thing. But yeah, I just use it as blush, but just to give myself like a little bit of color. And then the last thing is this little tiny concealer. It's from Araza. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is their like non-toxic concealer. This is in Golden Medium. This is their sample size. So I love this because it's just a tiny little thing. And there's no reason to take full-sized stuff. So that's literally all I am bringing. It's very minimal, just a little bit of concealer, some cheek stuff, and mascara. I don't know if I'm gonna use it, but it is nice to have in case I want to. This is also not another necessity, but I like the shape of this one better than what the hospital gives you. This is the Frida Perry bottle. So I love that it's angled like this because the ones at the hospital are basically just squirt bottles and they're fine. It's just sometimes it's a little awkward trying to get the right angle that you need, especially after you're like sore and swollen and all the things. So I'm bringing this. I might not use it. I might use it. I don't know. I'm still gonna bring the hospital one home to put in our bathroom downstairs. So that way I have one upstairs and downstairs. But I'm bringing that just in case it's more convenient, easier. I also like to fill mine with warm water. I know some people like to use cold water. I do not. I think it's awful. So I like warm water. It's way more soothing. So anyways, that's my little tidbit on that. The next thing I have in here is Earthly's Magic Muscle Ease. I love this stuff because if you are sore, it really helps. It has magnesium in it, which I love. I pretty much love everything from this brand. Next thing I have in here is the Earth Mama nipple butter. I swear by nipple butter or nipple creams because no matter how many times you've breastfed, I feel like your body still has to adjust, even if it's just for like a couple of days. And depending on like if your baby has a poor latch at first or a tie or whatever, this stuff. Moving on. I'm bringing a loofah. This is the Eco Tools brand, which I actually really like their stuff. I'm bringing this because most of the time I shower after giving birth. The hospital showers, I mean, they're not the best. So this just kind of brings a little bit of luxury. Again, not a necessity, but I like to have it. The next thing I have in here is this doTERRA Deep Blue stick. I probably will use this honestly while I'm in labor, like on my back or wherever it's sore. And then I have this everything spray from Primally Pure. This will be really nice for postpartum when I just need to like feel fresh. Anyways, you can use this pretty much for anything and I love it. The next thing in here, I have some organic, like I need to say that, organic cotton Q-tips just in case, you never know. I just always have them with me. And then I have a little bamboo toothbrush and these toothpaste chews with hydroxyapatite from Primal Life Organics. I love this brand. I get a lot of my dental stuff from them. Another great non-toxic brand. I also have this deodorant. I like how small it is. And this is also from Primally Pure. I have a hair tie because you always want to have something to put your hair back with, but I'm also bringing my favorite claw clip because this is also really super easy to just like throw your hair up, especially in labor if you're like hot and sweaty and your hair keeps falling out, which is always what happens to me. And then with that, I have this brush, which is from, what is this brand? Kitsch? I don't know how to say that. And then just some nail clippers, tweezers, because they always come with me. I always will break a nail in the most inconvenient time. And then this is cleansing oil. I put this in this little amber dropper bottle because the bottle that I have in my shower is huge. But this is from Primally Pure. It's their cleansing oil for dry skin, I think is the one that I have. That's just gonna be nice to, if I wash my face or shower postpartum, just to like get all the sweat and grime and whatever off of you. I also have my arnica in here for postpartum, those pains or whatever. And then I have this shepherd's purse tincture, which helps with like postpartum hemorrhage. So I'll be taking this as well. And then in this front pocket, I have this Primally Pure clarifying serum. Again, travel size. It's perfect. It's so tiny and cute. But I have this to kind of just put on my face after giving birth. And then, of course, lip balm. You can't be without it. This is going to be my second one because I always have one in like my everyday bag purse thing. But this is the Milk and Honey brand. I also really love this brand. And then I am bringing some shampoo and conditioner. This is from the brand Under Luna, which I really love, and so does Wes. But I'm only bringing a little bit because I don't even know if I'm gonna wash my hair, but if I want to, I would like to have the option. And this one is some body wash. I use the Olivia brand, another non-toxic one that I love, and I think it smells so good. This is the Orchid scent, and it's so nice. It makes me feel like so fresh and clean after getting out of the shower. So this is also coming with us. And then that's pretty much it as far as toiletries. There might be some like last second things that I throw in here, but for now I'm pretty set. Next category, I guess I just call this my extras, my tools. I'm not even really sure. But in this packing cube, I am bringing 2 reusable like organic bamboo nursing pads. My milk tends to come in fairly quickly, so I might not even need these because my milk might not even come in by the time we leave. But if it does, these are kind of nice to have, so I'm only bringing 2 just in case. Typically, it takes like a couple of days for milk to come in. So I've always been like a overproducer. I don't even know why. I am bringing a 10-foot charging cord because the hospitals always have the outlets in the most inconvenient places. So this will reach from the bed to the outlet for sure. And then with that, I'm also bringing this block, which folds up, but I like this one because it has the USB and the USB-C, I think that's what it's called. And my phone charger has the USB, but my camera charger and my speaker and all the other things seem to use the USB-C. So I'm also bringing 2 extra batteries for my camera because I plan to video as much of my labor and delivery as possible. I never did that with any of my other babies, and I really wish I would have, because you just forget things when you're in labor, and it kind of just is all of a blur, especially if you do unmedicated, because you're so focused on getting through it that you forget timestamps, you forget exact details. And so I think it would just be nice to have as like a memory keepsake. I'm also bringing this portable waterproof speaker. It has a little clip, which is nice because you can like clip it to something. But I love that I can bring this into the shower with me because I always end up in water when I'm laboring. I'm also bringing, this is the charger for this portable fan. It comes with a stand, which I think is awesome because I could just like set it on a table. But I can also just like use it handheld, or like somebody else can use it too. And it has like 3 different levels, which is really nice. And it has like a rechargeable battery, which is also nice. I'm also bringing, this case has my portable diffuser. I honestly don't think that they even make this anymore. But it's just this, and super easy to use. I also have a few essential oils in here. I'm bringing frankincense. I'm bringing Roman chamomile and, oh gosh, peppermint. And the last one in here, what is this? Let's see. Oh, is Balance. It's kind of like their just like grounding type blend. I'm probably also gonna throw in lavender in here, but I use it almost every day right now, so I probably won't throw that in until like the very last second. The last thing in here is this heating pad. It has a couple different levels. It has a timer. This will be nice just to have, and even like postpartum to just like put on my belly, because your belly is like sore and those contractions post-birth can sometimes be real rough. I'm thinking about possibly bringing my birth ball. I don't know if our hospital provides them or not. I know the first hospital I gave birth at did. The second hospital I gave birth at, they had peanut balls, but never a birthing ball. I have one at home, and I'll have to ask my midwife at my next appointment if they have them at the hospital, because if they do, I won't bring mine. But if they don't, I might possibly bring mine because I loved using it in my first labor with the twins. So that, and then I possibly might bring my red light therapy device. My panel is huge though. So that's the only thing where I'm like, I really wanted to get like a more portable, small red light therapy device, but I just never ordered it. And so even if I ordered it now, it wouldn't be here in time. We'll see. I am almost certain that it won't end up coming with us, but it's there in case I want to. And if I could have planned it better, I would have ordered the small one that I could have just thrown into my bag and brought with me to the hospital. I do honestly plan on laboring as long as possible at home, so I'm hoping I don't even need to like worry about bringing it. I'm really praying that the majority of my labor takes place here. Okay, so now we have this bag, which is gonna have like all of my clothes type stuff in here. It's not fully finished. I did order some options for like coming home cozy, kind of like loungy PJ options. I don't have a whole lot of that kind of stuff, so I don't know if it will be here in time, but I did order a few options. So once those do come in, I will figure out which one I want to keep and then throw that in here too. I tend to like to find options that have like a really loose fitting top, or like a button down, or like something that's really easy to nurse in. But for now, this is what I have in here. So I have these really super soft, thin, jogger type lounge pants. These are technically maternity pants that are from Gap Maternity. I got these, gosh, probably when I was pregnant with Cooper. So they have been around for a while, and I've kept them postpartum. Like I've worn them as regular like PJ bottoms since then. So even though they're maternity, they work great for postpartum too. So I will be bringing these as like a outfit to change into after I've given birth. And they're dark, which is also nice because, hello, I'm wearing a diaper for a reason. As far as a top goes, I'm just gonna bring this little sleep tank top. It's really loose. It has like a V-neck, super comfy and stretchy, but also really easy to nurse in. So I will have that. And then the softest granny panties. They're the most comfortable. They're not postpartum or like maternity by any means. These are just like regular underwear. I don't buy postpartum or like maternity underwear. I don't really see the point. These are super soft, really comfortable, and I'm bringing 2 pairs. And then some fuzzy socks. This is the Barefoot Dreams brand, which I absolutely love. They have some, I mean, such cozy things. And I'm also bringing these 2 bras. They're not nursing bras. That's another thing that I don't buy. I don't buy specialty like nursing bras. I've never liked the clips on them. I find them awkward and like frumpy and uncomfortable, and I've just never liked them. So I don't even buy nursing bras. I just buy bras that are gonna be easy to wear while nursing. So like this is The Jockey Eco Sense, I think, is the line. But they have sewn in pads, which is nice. And it's V-neck, and it's really stretchy, and really pretty comfortable. I don't think I'll have any problem nursing in this. So I'm gonna bring this, and then I'm also bringing this one, which is also Jockey. This is their organic cotton. It's unlined, so it's just like a bralette, but this is also really comfortable. So this will be coming with us, and I love that it's organic cotton. I didn't even know that Jockey had an organic cotton line, but there you go. I'm also bringing a towel. You do not need to bring a towel. The hospital has towels. The hospital also usually has really small, scratchy, uncomfortable towels. I prefer to feel more comfortable. It's just really, it's big, it's soft, it's cozy, and I can wrap my whole body in it because I can never actually like cover myself with the hospital towels. So I'm bringing one of my own, and then I'm also bringing a pair of slippers. I love walking around in slippers. These are super cozy, but they're also falling apart. Like, they are so old that I need to throw these away anyways. But I've been putting off throwing them away because I can wear these at the hospital and then just toss them before I come home, because the idea of wearing like house slippers all over the hospital floor just grosses me out. To be perfectly honest, I would not want to bring these home. So my advice, if you don't already have a pair that have outlived their life and are ready to be tossed, then just buy like a very cheap pair that you don't care to toss, because yeah, it just grosses me out, the idea of it. No, thank you. That is all that is in this bag. I also want to add that I will leave this outfit out. This is another bra that will probably be fairly easy to nurse in. It's just like a sports bra from Athleta. But I love that it's black, and I will be laboring in this because it's really super comfortable. It's supportive, but it's also not like constricting. And then I'm also going to be wearing these like shorts because they're super thin. They're really soft and like super, super comfortable. So I'll be wearing basically shorts and this sports bra while I'm laboring. Shorts, obviously, up until a certain point. These will only last for so long. But I want to have something that I'm like really comfortable in laboring in. So this will kind of just be like on top of my bag. So like when I start and I go into labor, I'll probably just change into this because it'll be more comfortable. I also have a like V-neck spaghetti strap like nightgown thing that I also might wear once the shorts come off. But it just depends. And the last thing that I want to mention is I print out 2 copies of my birth plan, and I make sure to bring these in my hospital bag and hand them to whoever needs to have them. And it's easy for your care team to just like reference this and already know like what your preferences are. I am very natural minded, very holistic, very much so going for a physiological, unmedicated birth. So this will tell them basically everything that I prefer to do, like the delayed cord clamping and like, you know, no pain medicine and things like that. Highly recommend printing out something. It doesn't have to be extensive. It doesn't have to be crazy, but just like stating your preferences and like how you hope for your birth to go. I mean, and this isn't like, not everything is gonna go perfectly in birth. It usually never does. I mean, sometimes it does, and that's great. But you also have to be flexible. These are really just preferences, and it gives your care team an idea of what you like, what you don't like. Like in here, I specifically say I do not want an episiotomy. You know, there's just little things, and then that way people aren't bugging you all the time. My husband will have a copy so that he can, like, you know, just like talk to whoever needs to be talked to if I'm just not in a state to have those conversations. So I think birth plans are really important. Sometimes you're just not in the mindset, or sometimes you just don't want to talk to anybody. So it's good to have. So there you have it. That is everything that I'm bringing in my hospital bag. I still can't believe that we are even at that point of having to pack a hospital bag. I'm currently 37 weeks, 1 day today. So he could literally come at any time, any day, any week, who knows. It's really nice to have this packed and ready to go just in case. And then it's like one last thing I don't have to worry about when I actually do go into labor. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time.